because obviously without the cash in the business, we can't operate. So that's what it's all been about this week. Cash, cash, cash. You can try your best to minimise certain things that are obvious, but honestly, if you think that you can just buy a car, bring it here, wash it off, change the oil filter, put it on sale and it's easy, you're deluded. You're deluded, because that doesn't happen. Although it has been very good on the selling front. Beautiful example, decent mileage on it. I am going to kill him. Right, before we start today's video, big news. The latest car UK raffle has just launched. And this time we're offering this stunning Audi S5 Quattro. This 2011 plate 3 litre supercharged V6, 330 brake horsepower with a 0 to 60 time of 4.9 seconds can be yours for just £1. Now I've had this example all minted up for you. All the paint corrections sorted, new powder coated wheels, uprated grills. It looks absolutely amazing. With just 80,000 miles on, we'll come fully serviced. With a brand new MOT ready to go for the lucky winner. So if you want to get your hands on this high performance S5 that goes like the wind, then get yourself in the latest car UK raffle. Now it's going to cost you just £1 to get your tickets, but the bundle offers are now live as well. So if you want to buy tickets for £1, you can just get one ticket, have a go, no problem. But there is offers on there for £5, £10, £15, £20, etc. The more tickets you buy, the more additional free tickets you get, and the more tickets you have, the more chances you've got of winning this stunning S5. Up to 100 free tickets are now available, so make sure you check that out by getting yourself in the link description, or in the comment section you'll find a link there to RAFFLE, who host our draws for us on our behalf, or you can scan the QR code on screen now and take you there straight away. The draw is going to take place on Monday the 2nd of March, and there is an alternative cash prize on this one if you decide you don't want the vehicle of £3,000. So even if you don't want the car, you want to win a chance of getting some money, then why not have a dabble? Plus remember as well, every time we do these draws, we always help charity out on the back of it, supporting local charities and national charities such as Cancer Research, Northwest Air Ambulance Service, other children's charities and local charities in the Staffordshire and Cheshire area where we are based. And this time we are helping out another Cheshire charity, which is our good friends at Hopes and Beans. Now this is a children's charity based here in Crewe in Cheshire that help out children with disabilities, getting involved in sports, getting involved in activities, giving them life skills and supporting the families as well. They do amazing work, not for profit, and we love supporting them and helping out because they are a great cause. So make sure you get involved because we're helping out charity on the back of it, but of course you have the chance of winning this stunning Audi S5 Quattro. But to win it, you need to get yourself a ticket, so get yourself in that link description, scan that QR code and get hold of your tickets now. Hi there, welcome back to the Car UK channel and to here at the Car Pitch, where I deal in budget cars, predominantly under £5,000, the cheap end of the UK used car market. Right, it's time for another vlog, another pitch update. And where do we start? Well, last episode I was talking about the real bad cash position that I got myself in. Effectively, we nearly ran out of money. Our cash flow was almost completely gone. We were down to a couple of £1,000 at one point, which is not great when you've got overheads of, well, probably 5 or 6 times that per month. And the reason for that was down to we'd sold quite a lot of cars. We actually had a really good January, as we just about to turn into February tomorrow. There was a slight blip for a few days when I thought things were going to tail off, but then it just seemed to come back with vengeance, and we ended up having a record month. Consequently, that has left us in a pretty dire position with the cash flow, because I've been buying a few cars for trade as well. A few cars were more expensive than my usual sort of purchase price or purchase point or selling point, whatever you want to call it. But you know what I mean. I was buying more expensive vehicles, and we just got backed up with a lot of sold cars. A lot of them needed quite a lot of work doing to them, and it just got into a position where we were just effectively running out of cash, and we need to get cars out the door as quickly as possible. So that's what we've been doing this week, predominantly focusing on getting money back into the coffers, getting those sold cars out, focusing completely on that. We've had a few cars come in, some arrivals, and we've been trying to get some of them ready where we can without too much effort needed, because we just haven't got the ramp space to get them on and do it. But we'll come to them next week. That's next month's, February's problem to restock. So this month, January, was all about getting these sold cars out, getting that cash position back, because obviously without the cash in the business, we can't operate. So that's what it's all been about this week. Cash, cash, cash. Well, anyway, let me show you around the pitch, show you what we've been up to, what we've been getting on with, and some new arrivals as well. Let's have a look around. Right then, let's have a little bit of a look around. I've got a list as well of stuff that's gone out this week, because I'll forget something, I'm sure. Start off, what's in front of us here? Mini. This was dragged out of Death Corner. Actually not a dead car. Well, technically it was, the battery was flat, but it was a car that we were going to get on with. We're looking for some bits for it.
to sort out. To be honest with you, it just got set on the back burner. We're going to drag it out and fix it, and then my colleague has basically asked if he could buy it and use it in the summer. So I decided just to get out of it and sell it to him. So he's in today on his, well, sort of his day off, sort of. I think he should be doing some work, to be honest. And he's going to be tinkering with that today and then get that off site. So at least there's another one gone. It's a shame really, because I wanted to get on with that, but we were struggling to get some parts and pipes for it. It got left in the corner, and it just got left. And I decided I was having a bit of a clear out. I haven't lost any money, just get rid of it and let him have the car and enjoy it. He needs a car for the summer anyway, because his other car is not very reliable. So I've helped him out. What else we've been getting on with? We've had a bit of a sort out as well, as you can see. One of my other lads has been moving stuff about and making a little bit of space up, and we'll have a look at that in a minute, because we've got some interesting cars in there we're going to be working on. Sold cars. So we have sold this week. Things have been going out, start from yesterday. Big one for us, Audi A1. Don't really have much information on this, because it was mentioned in the last video. It was in the workshop briefly. I put a picture of what the car looked like. It isn't the exact car, because I haven't got any sort of footage of it other than a brief garage moment. We bought it on the weekend last week, got it in on the Monday, drove mint, and then the customer came in Monday morning, needed a car, been messed around by another garage, had a car off them, EcoBoost Focus, I think I mentioned it previously. Anyway, they've had that offers. We raced to get that fixed this week and all sorted, cam belt done, dusted and serviced all up, and etc., and suspension work, and got that out yesterday to her, which is a big one for us, because that put straight away £5,500 just shy of back in the kitty. So my first A1, which is good. I've set myself a target this year of a couple of cars I want to try and buy and sell. Audi A1 was one of them, because I always thought they'd be good sellers. Turns out on the first instance that's true. And the other one, which I haven't bought yet, is Mercedes A-Class, particularly 1.5 diesels. So they've started to become in my price point, albeit early ones, like 12 plates, 13 plates. So I wouldn't mind trying to buy one of them, because I think they would sell reasonably well, and I quite like the 1.5 diesel. Anyway, so we've sold that. We've also sold Hyundai i20. Do you remember that one? The nice premium SE that went out yesterday, and that helped a little bit of the cash flow. But he also had a Part X, which has just landed yesterday, which is this. We haven't touched it yet, other than, well, I drove it originally anyway, so I know it drove well. I'm going to get that cleaned up. Potentially may have sold that. I've got someone coming to look at that today, so I might just give it a quick blast off in a minute, but we haven't really had looked at it or anything. But it's a 62 plate facelift C1 in arguably one of the best colours they made them in, the duck egg blue, as I call it. And it's a facelift. It's on the Mark 1, which I always think is the better front end of them all. Yeah, and it'd be a cheapie for someone. It'd be £22.95 probably territory. Nice little car, 20 quid tax. We love a C1. I go 107. So that's good. So if we can get that sold today, that'll be some more money coming in next week, because I think we can turn that around pretty instantly, to be fair. We've also got Mariva going out today. This is going out in a minute. One of my best customers. Old Marty is watching. This is a customer of mine. He's bought quite a few cars off us. He does like to change his car. He can't get fixed on a car. He does like to chop and change him a bit. He's a bit of a car man, and this is ideal for him now. He wants something a bit bigger. He's come out of a smaller car, and he wants something that's a bit more, not too big, but spacious. And they are spacious, these Mariva Bs. They're really good sellers. It's just a shame that I can only buy one version of it, which is the 1.4 standard petrol, because all the other engines are shocking. Absolutely shocking. And I don't know why they never put the old 1.6 in it. That always amazed me, why they never did that, because they did in the previous Mariva. But so yeah, leaving only the 1.4 to buy. That's done, dusted. That was what we had from auction, if you remember. Didn't need a great deal really, other than some basic servicing bits, some seals, just usual cursory bits, because that's what it's sort of based on, the engine side of it. And that's really it. It wasn't really that bad, to be fair. So that's now sorted. That's now sorted, and he's going to be picking that up later. Well, hopefully later today. He's coming, so that's good, because that gets a little bit more cash back in there as well. So there's 3 going to be going down, or down already. We've sold. We've also got rid of an Igo in the week as well. Had some chaps come from Merseyside who bought that, a little cheapie, ideal for them. They just wanted a car that was going to last them 18 months and do the job, which an Igo will, and it was a really, really, really nice clean one, which we did a lot of work to. It's just very similar to our work one, which I'll show you later, which we sold. So anyway, they've took that, so that's a little bit extra money. And plus we sold the Fiat Panda early in the week as well, nice little purple Panda, which I could have sold about 20 times over. And we also got rid of the Chevrolet Spark, which went to Scotland, very deep Scotland. I think it was Dumfries, I think it went to. Dumfries. Chap who watches the channel, who's took that, and yeah, came down on the train, picked it up. He's had one previously. Fortunately, his had fallen on bad times. He wanted to replace it, so we got him in the Chevy Spark. So that helped a bit, get some old money back in the coffers. But we need to carry on. We've got a lot of sold cars here. So as I look now, Fiat 500X sold, a lot of money tied up in that. iX35 sold, but that's a deal with the 500 because the same customers bought it, one for the daughter, one as a sort of a workhorse car they're using. We've had some work done to that this week already. We're just going to finish the rest off the mechanicals next week, so that's going to be moving pretty quick now. We're going to get on with the 500 next week. That's just a few little bits. I went on a bonnet for it to turn up, which someone's got for me in colour, and then I can just smarten the rest of it up, and it needs a clutch I think as well, so we're going to get on with that next week. I've got an Astra as well. It's not here, which was paint we had from an auction. That's going on the ramp Monday morning. I'm going to go collect that later and get that on and get that fixed, because customers have been waiting for that one quite patiently. So we need to progress that next week for him. Plus this Corsa, which is sold again, probably, I can't remember what we sold that for, probably 3.6, 3.7, something like that. Might be a bit more than that, I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, that's going to get done this week. We've done some work on that already, just need to finish a few bits off and get that out next week as well. Focus is sold. That's not going to be anything anytime soon. The customer who's bought that specifically asked for it for the end of Feb. So a little bit of a wait on that, but it is what it is. You know, it's sold at the end of the day, isn't it? So it's only one car. It's not doing any harm. So we'll leave that for now. We'll get on with that probably the next week after. We've also sold the Cougar, about to say, not Cougar, EcoSport this week. Had a bit of interest on this. It's been a slow burner that. I thought it would have sold really quick, and we did have a lot of interest in it. In fairness, actually, it was coming over Christmas, and it was shut down for Christmas period, and we were waiting on bits and bobs for it. Like there was the fuel cap was a mess on it and had to be sorted. There was a corner piece of trim that was needed to be sorted, which wasn't right. I mean, we got a wrong one sent to us, and then we had to have it mopped and stuff. And just eventually, it's been a slow burner progress getting it prepped. So it's probably more the fact that we just didn't get it prepped quick enough. But it's pretty much there now. We've got all the tyres on it, all the paintwork on it. We've got it all pretty much sorted, really, to be fair. So now we're just going to get a belt on that cam belt and water pump next week. Finish off servicing it. And yeah, just get it out to the customer pretty quick, that one. So that's a good one. We sold that now, because I would buy another one of them. I don't think there'd be a car that we buy. I wouldn't go and buy two of them at the same time. I think I'd just buy one. Some cars with like Corsas or 500s or some of the Hyundai stuff, I'd buy as many as I could get, but I might just try the odd one of those again, because I thought it might be a little bit more easy to sell than it was, to be fair. But there we go. It's a good car. I drove it a few times over Christmas, and it really drove really well. So I know the customer's getting a good car, and it's very practical. So there we are, really. I mean, we've got quite a few out the door and sold this week, and it's helped the cash position. I don't think we're there and home and dry yet, because as we stand now, we've still got one that sold. That's going out in a sec, so let's forget that one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I missing anything on that row there? No, they're all still for sale. So we've got 6 there that are sold. 7 on the ramp. We've got 8 Kia. That's got to be done this week. Got to be done this week, because customers coming for that next Saturday. And he's also from Scotland. Seems to have a lot of customers from Scotland. That's sold, Fiat. So that's, what's that now? I think there's two other ones somewhere as well. Oh, Astra. We've got about 9 cars sold. Still need to go out. 10, actually, we've got an Evoque. So 10 still to go out. Probably get another 5 or 6 out this week, all being well. That'll be the plan. 11, forgot another one, Volvo. MOT. Talk about the Volvo V40. Might have a picture of it here. If not, I'll put a little swoop of it now over the clip. That's been such a pain. Not in a bad way, as in the car's been a nightmare or mechanicals. It's been fine. It's just trying to get it sort of prepped. It's just been so slow. Messed around something chronic with parts, trying to get parts for it. So height sensor, got that, and it turned out it wasn't the sensor, it was the light that was gone, even though everything was pointing to the height sensor failing. Got a light in the end. Astronomical money, because it's a xenon light. But it fixed it. Come in yesterday, the light did, finally fixed it. And yeah, it's all sorted now, and then it's gone to MOT as we speak, and it's probably done now. I need to go and pick it up. So that is now sorted. The customer's coming for that on Monday. That's a big hitter for us, because obviously it's quite an expensive car. I'm looking forward to getting that out the door, and I think the customer's looking forward to getting it. And all the other bits done on it as well, and had to to have a key made for it yesterday because, well, he didn't have a spare for it, and the customer asked for one, and the other key wanted a bit of furbing on it as well, so we had the key man in. So it's just been a very slow, drawn-out process with that one. A lot slower than I thought it was going to be. I thought we would have got that out pretty quick, but hey-ho, it's done. It's a good car, and it's going out. So at least that'll be another one that's going to go when we get some cash in. Yeah, so if we can have a good run next week and get probably ideally 6 or 7 out, then we should be in a far better position next week. We're going to need to anyway at some point, because we're going to need to go buying again. But once we get those 6 or 7 sold, that'll sort out our cash position as well. Plus I've got some commercial stuff as well. I'm going out, and some of the bits as bobs that I mowed as well. So that will hopefully get us on the right side again and get us out of this little bit of a crisis we've been in on the old cash flow over the last week or two. Now, you might wonder why, you should be able to do more than that. Why can't you get all these cars out? I had a look of comments on the last video, saying, oh, why aren't all the cars prepped and ready to sell? I've explained this before, and I'll explain it again, because I'm sure people might have not seen previous episodes from years gone by, what the situation is here. Because I think sometimes people assume that we're a lot bigger than we are, and might lose a sort of sense of the real reality of what we're up against and the sort of restraints we've got and logistics, because we're not a massive garage at all. There's literally just me and basically my mechanic who work on cars. We get some help from a colleague next door who I do some bits with, but that's really it. So really we have 2 ramps and 1 full-time mechanic, and I help where I can, and I can't do everything, you know what I mean, at all. I have to do other things, and I have to manage the business and go to sales, so I don't get a lot hands-on done, to be honest, as much as I would like to. So really, it's just about logistics. We are tiny garage, and the idea that somehow we can prep 20 cars. Someone said to this in the comments last week. They said, why can't you just get all the cars ready for sale? And it's like, let's just look at that logic for one moment. If I was to stop and say, right, we're going to get 20 cars in the workshop, PDI'd, all ready to go, so on the button, someone can drive them out the gate, that's the utopia. But let's just assume we'll run with that for a minute. I'd have to literally shut the business down for probably 4 weeks to get those 20 cars prepped, because he's got 1 full-time mechanic, and he can't do 7 cars a day. Because I'm going to give you an example. Right, let me give you an example. 3500 on the ramp, that's a sold car. That car needs shockers all round, so front shockers, top mounts, drop links, arms, rear shockers. It needs unsealing. It'll need, could end up having probably a time belt and water pump as well. It needs servicing. It needs a window. It needs a window looking at on the door because it's come off its runner, little bits like that, plus there'll be other little odds and sods. You'll be on that for half a day, maybe a day plus, with other bits and bobs you might have to do to it, and that's 1 car. Take the Fiesta next to it. I've just PDI'd that, and I've got some bits in the boot for it. That needs discs and pads, it needs a coolant bottle on it, it needs coil pack, it needs leads, it needs ignition plugs, it needs probably axle bushes, it needs steering and suspension parts, shockers, top mounts, it needs all sorts doing to it, and they're not even a bad example of some of the stuff you have to do to prep a car at this sort of age point we're dealing with. It's a lot of work. So let's say hypothetically my mechanic bust a gut. He could probably just if he stayed late, get 2 done, 2 cars. So, and I think that's pushing it. And some of them need more work than that. Some of them need clutches and all sorts of work. You can spend a whole day in some cars doing a clutch. So the reality is, we'll turn back round again. So the reality is, if I was to basically stop and say, let's get 20 cars ready to go on the button, and then open the gates, and then we can come and buy as we can, and we can restock as we go, yeah, that'd be great. But you'd have to have a period where you couldn't do anything else. You couldn't, if you got 1 mechanic and he's doing 2 cars like that for the day or day and a half, you can't prep anything else that's coming in. So if I'm buying stuff, how's he going to prep it? How's he going to work on it? He's got 2 ramps full and he's working on both cars, or someone's assisting. It's not doable. So the reality is, the logistics of the site aren't big enough. We'd need more techs. We'd need, probably at least 1 more mechanic. We'd need another ramp and stuff like that. It doesn't matter what you try and buy. You can say, oh, I'll just try and buy stuff that doesn't need a lot of work. You're buying stuff from auctions, even private stuff's got hidden stuff on it. You can try your best to minimise certain things that are obvious, but honestly, if you think that you can just buy a car, bring it here, wash it off, change the oil filter, put it on sale, and it's easy, you're deluded, because that doesn't happen. I think it just doesn't happen. I can think of 1 car probably in the last 2 years where something similar to that may have happened, where it literally didn't need anything, but honestly, it rarely happens. Everything needs absolute buckets of parts thrown at them, particularly at this age point we're working at. These are not new cars, they're not even remotely new. Our sort of average age of car, look around now, it's probably 12 years old. So it's just not possible to do that. Well, it is, but you'd have to sacrifice a month probably to get all those cars looking lovely, all boarded up on the pitch, looking amazing, to open the gates again. And then what have you done for a month? You've not made any money. So we have to unfortunately have this sort of stop-go approach because of logistics of the site. And you know, you have to sell some and then you have to get them in, and in between you might get some cars prepped, which is why we always have low stock numbers. And it's just because we sell too many cars for what we've got. We do all right. So I hope that gives some explanation as to why we operate the way we do. It's not because we're lazy, we can't be arsed to prep the cars and get them all on sale and we're doing it all wrong. It's not actually possible with the site and logistics that we've got. Now we could improve that. We could get a bigger site. We could get another technician in. That would improve it. But here's the problem. I don't want to do it. I honestly don't want to do it. People think you want to buy, you need to expand, you want to go to the next level, you want a big site, 200 cars, you want to get more techs in, make your business big. That doesn't interest me. That doesn't interest me. If you think it does, you don't understand me. I am just really happy doing what I'm doing at the level I'm at. I'm not afraid to go bigger. I'm not afraid to expand. I just don't want to. It's as simple as that. I would rather have a business where small group of us, and we all get on really well. We're all happy. Everyone works here. We all have a laugh and a joke, and we all like working here. And we've got a nice group. We try and do what we do. We make a all right sort of modest profit. Plus I get to do all this type of content as well, which I enjoy doing. And we get to dabble with other things like little metros and all sorts of other stuff, things, Porsches we're going to be working on as well in videos. That's what I enjoy about this job. It's working on the cheapy cars, doing it at our own pace. It's more like, it's a business, but it's also a little bit of a hobby. That's what I enjoy about this job. You know, fixing these older cars up, keeping them going, stuff like that. Enjoying my job, not just coming to work and hating it. I don't want a job where I come to work and hate it. I've been there. I've run a business like that, and I couldn't wait to get out of it. And this is what I enjoy doing. And working on things like this and classic cars and going to auctions and stuff like that and filming is my passion. That's what I want to be doing. And that to me is what it's all about. We're never going to be this sort of garage that's going to have 30, 40 cars on sale, knocking out 10 cars a week, staff everywhere and all this, you might see on other channels. That's not us. It never will be me. And it's not going to be me, I promise you. I'm just doing things at my own pace and just enjoy the job, because the moment that I start getting into a position where I hate this job, I don't want to do it anymore, I'll just stop. I don't want to ever be in that position.
Anyway, right, moving on. So, what have we got to get on with next week here at the pitch? Well, to be fair, we've already just talked about it. The only thing I can need to be focusing on is sold cars, because people have paid for deposits down, they want the cars, we want to get them out, we want to get the money back in the business, and once we've got that back in and we get in a sort of decent position again, we can go out and buy them. And February, in fairness, might be timing quite well, because things should ease off in Feb. January has been a really, really difficult month to buy vehicles in. It always is. Always seems to come as a bit of a shock to me every year, January, but in reality, I should know that it's always going to be busy, always has been since I've been in the trade. And I'll be glad to see the back of January on the buying front, although it has been very good on the selling front. Colleagues just putting a bulb in. Where was I? Right, yeah, so it's been a good on the selling front, terrible on the buying front. And although we had a good January, reality is, for the business, we're probably only back where we were at the end of November, financially, as in cash in the business, our cash position, because we lost money in December. It was our worst month ever. I think we blew about 5,000 or 6,000 quid. Sales were poor. It's December, expect it, but it was a really bad December. We've usually broke even in December, just over the previous few years we've been here. Last year, this December gone, nowhere near it. So we blew money. Plus we had really some bad cars, some bad purchases I had, and they ended up costing me an absolute arm and a leg as well. So it was just a bad month. So we've got ourselves back, I think, to that position we were sort of end of November. So we need to kick on. We need a good spring, and I'm hoping January is going to be that catalyst for us. Feb's got a few challenges with short staff. I've got one of my colleagues is off. He's going to be having, not him personally, having a baby. So he's going to be away for a couple of weeks. But even so, I still think we can have a half decent Feb. Don't think we'll be on. I'm going to take that gun off him in a minute. Don't think we'll have as good as month as Jan, but we should do reasonably okay. March is usually a good month. April, it usually quietens off, particularly if we get around Easter, school holidays. So we'll see how we go. Now, I've been trying to get to some auctions, some old style physical auctions recently. Been struggling, to be fair, and I know you're well overdue a auction video. I do enjoy doing them, do love the old auction environment. So I'll try my best next week to go to some actual live sales and do some filming for you there. We are looking as well for some export vehicles for a customer of ours, so we're gonna have to go, definitely go buying next week for them, take a day off and go and do that. So hopefully next week, I promise I'll have some auction content for you. So please make sure you check that out, hopefully next week. Also as well, just in the latter stages of finishing off my second project video, which is going to be on a Porsche, you might have seen it outside, 987 we bought as well, so we're going to be finishing that off hopefully this week. So like I say, I'm working on new content for you, so please make sure you check out any new videos as they land. The best way to do that is just click that old like and subscribe button for me, so we'll get any new videos that land, you'll get a notification and you can have access to them straight away. So please do that if you can, it means a lot to me. Finally, before we go, don't forget as well, the new raffle has launched as well for January, February. This is for Audi S5 Quattro. You might have seen it at the beginning. An absolutely beautiful car we've had minted up. We've done a really good job of this one. We've made a really nice car out of this. Beautiful example, decent mileage on it. I am going to kill him. Beautiful miles on it. It's an absolute stunning car, and it can be yours for just £1. It's only £1 to get in the raffle. The link code here, sorry, the QR code is here. You can scan that, get yourself in the description box or in the comment section, and you can get over to raffle where you can buy your tickets. Bundle offers are live as well, giving you additional free tickets. More tickets you buy, the more free tickets you get. Draw's going to take place in the 2nd of March. It's on Monday the 2nd of March for that Audi. And if you don't want the car, then still get involved because it's a cash alternative prize of £3,000. And always remember as well, we always give money on the back of it to charity. Chosen charity for this draw is Hopes and Beams, children's charity based here in Crewe in Cheshire, who have been helping out a lot over the past 12 months, do some amazing work in the community, looking after disabled children, getting them involved in sports and activities, supporting the communities and families as well. So brilliant, brilliant charity. So please get yourself involved. It means a lot to us and them. And you say you might win that unbelievably quick Audi S5 Quattro. Right, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching this one. Greatly appreciated. I'll see you all in the next one.